Kind of a historical day, I guess, here at Triple Live Radio. It's our last Blush interview here in the old studios, and we'll move to the new ones next week. And what a way to finish it off. Blush, 9th Street downtown, always bringing in the best features possible in the porn industry and in the dancing industry. And a lot of beautiful women come through, but probably one of the most naturally beautiful has got to be Nicole Aniston.
Thanks so much.
As she's picking her nose. You have to watch. You have to see this. You got to watch to see things you never thought you'd see.
Oh, gosh.
Make sure you're watching the live stream, and of course you can check out the Triple Live Radio YouTube page for this interview. How are you?
Doing well, thanks.
Good. And you got a lot of things going on in the career.
Yeah, a lot of bigger stuff. I heard some promo there that wasn't quite accurate, but that's okay. I guess they're making up titles for me now.
Well, let's get the accurate stuff. Give us all the accurate titles and the accurate.
I guess just the simple stuff. 2013 Penthouse Pet of the Year.
Right.
Avian nominations, no wins. Nothing big like that. 2014 Twisties Treat of the Year, and I'm currently contracted exclusively with NaughtyAmerica.com.
And what's that like when you're? 'Cause I feel like I hear mixed reactions from girls in the business. Some more I think like having an exclusive deal, but then others like having the freedom. What's it like for you?
I've had a flip flop. I've had short contract with Penthouse last year, and that was fine. I really, really like the company that I'm with now. I really
good to
believe
say.
in
They're
them.
still paying you right now.
I really believe in them, and I believe in their product. So, and I think that backing that is something that I really wanted to be a part of for a really long time. So I'm glad that they have me on.
Well, talk about you just said product. Like, I mean, there's a lot of different companies out there. Obviously, there's a couple that are like the top of the cream of the cream.
Sure.
What's like a separation of product or philosophy like in the porn industry from different or from them to some of the other big names?
I would say basic principles in the workplace that should apply to every major
so
corporation.
It's stuff that we might not see actually.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of stuff that a lot of talent doesn't really get to experience for other companies that I very much appreciate coming from a corporate HR sales background.
Yeah.
Coming into this is really cool. They treat me so fairly and so well, and every single day is fun, enjoyable, never treated poorly, never treated inappropriately. It's just, money obviously is good.
Yeah.
It's, I really feel like family there, and which I've never felt with any other company. So I really have wanted to stick with them, and I'm thankful and fortunate that they wanted to contract me and have me work only for them. I feel really lucky.
What's money like? Is it do you get like a guarantee, then like a bonus per scene, or is it all based on scenes and how well the scenes do? Like how does money break?
There's the basic basic payroll.
It's like a downside guarantee.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then each additional will be extra. But, and then there's, they do some promo and some appearances and stuff like that, some conventions, and I'm hoping that they'll maybe want to do more in the near future. But, the brand is solid, so they're not going anywhere.
Talking to Nicole Aniston, you can follow on Twitter. Is it X, Nicole Aniston X?
Yes.
That's right? Okay.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of fakes and parodies. Yeah, so I had to do my extra research to make sure that cause I was surprised. I guess I didn't do the interview with you last time you came through. I think you came through here, but it might have been not me. It might have been the interview with somebody before me, because I was like, I'm not following her, so that usually means I haven't interviewed you. But so check her out, the real one, X, Nicole Aniston X, and of course you can see her at Blush all weekend, all the way through the weekend through Saturday night. Let's rewind. So you got a good deal now. You got a contract. Getting into the porn business. What were you doing before porn?
I was banking.
That's what I heard.
I was banking.
I thought you were telling a lie to somebody else who put this in a bio, and I was like,
what? I've heard so many different stories. I heard you did this before porn, and I was like, no.
What's the best thing you've heard made up about you?
I've heard you were flipping patties. I've heard you were working at Target. I've heard everything under the sun. But I was banking before this, so I had and before even before that, I think I had 5 years of just nonstop drilled into my head corporate BS, just corporate, HR and risk management and sales.
You seem college educated. Would you go to college?
I'm totally not. I did one semester in college and I hated it. I'm very anti-organized learning. Okay. Organized state-provided education.
Where did you go for one semester?
I went to a community college for psychology, and I hated it. It was miserable, and I felt like, having to pay out the wazoo for a bunch of classes that were not necessary or not what I deemed necessary for my ultimate goal was just a bunch of crap. So.
Yeah. Well, what was the ultimate goal at that time?
Psychology.
You wanted to be
Yeah.
So it wasn't.
I wanted to go prison to prison and do criminal psychology. Huh. And it just it didn't make sense. I was paying out of pocket. My folks weren't able to help me out. So
and then you just did banking to pay the bills. And
I did banking and customer service and sales for several years to pay the bills, and then
were you like a teller, or were you?
I was a teller. Oh. Yeah, I was working towards being.
I never find anybody like you when I go on Fridays.
Oh my gosh, no! It was a different time.
I'd give you my money. Well, I mean, but then and now, but
I've had some interesting male encounters at the bank.
I could imagine. Sure. I can imagine as much. All right, so did you? So how did you get discovered? Did you start going? Were you working at a strip club and then you got discovered? It seems like it's a common.
I had never stripped. I had never danced. I had never even modeled.
Did you ever made a sex video with a boyfriend?
No,
did you ever do anything?
Never. No, I don't think I had even taken any nude photos.
You were squeaky clean.
I was so anti and very not comfortable in my, femininity and everything. It was very weird, very strange. And I would definitely not be who I am today had it not been for that. This is my 4-year anniversary this month, actually, being
Congratulations.
in the industry. Thank you.
So, but fill the gap, though. How did you get from the banking to there?
I had a friend who I kind of never really knew what he did. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm in a hardship. They cut my hours in half. I kicked my ex out for getting a DUI, just all these things within like a month. And I was living on scraps, and I was like, shoot, I got to do something. So I shot my first scene, jumped right into Boy Girl, didn't look back, and it snowballed so quickly. And ultimately it got so quick and so fast that I couldn't not do it. Yeah. I had to keep doing it. Once I developed into the character of Nicole Aniston and started liking who I was becoming and what I was learning, I ended up enjoying it and not just doing it out of necessity. Okay. The first few months was like, oh, I got to keep doing this. I have to.
So some girls want to be in porn from like teenage years. You not. So I kind of look at you as being like a normal civilian who then transformed into this wild world. How did it affect your personal sex life, your personal dating life, any of that stuff?
It was great. It was a huge boost for me in my self-confidence and being more comfortable, not just with the opposite sex, but with my fellow women as well. Being very comfortable, being with the first woman I had ever encountered in the bedroom was on camera, so that was really kind of cool learning experience. But I was 23 when I got in, and very underdeveloped sexually, and very underexperienced, and being in a relationship for about a year and having had sex 3 times with this person, I was very
So you're in a relationship
hungry.
for a year.
I was hungry for it.
For a year, and you guys only had sex 3 times?
Yeah, it was.
Wait, and you said that you kicked him out for a DUI?
Yes.
So he was busy drinking rather than screwing
Well,
you.
I don't know. I was in the car when he got the DUI.
Oh, okay.
It was terrible.
How did he? I don't understand. What?
I don't know. Was
he gay?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't think that he has had a girlfriend since me, but.
Good luck to him to try to find somebody to top that. To top you.
But he's got bragging rights. Hey, I used to hit that 3 times.
3 times.
In a year.
Right, yeah. If he brags at me at a bar, hey, I used to hit them, I'm going to be like, but how, 3 times, that's it?
Great guy, though. We're still friends and everything, so good for him. But no, it was easy to get in. It was.
Well, I still think he's a jackass. He only screwed you 3 times, but that's just me.
It was kind of small.
Well, that's a perfect segue to go into to getting to know your porn star. We added up in new questions this week, so for our regular Blush segment viewers, you'll get some new ones here. All right, worst pickup line.
I have to say that I've been asked out by guys that begin the conversation with, "Oh, I've jacked off to you so many times."
Wow.
So for me, like that probably that's one that not a lot of other women have experienced in normal dating if they're not in the adult industry.
Wow. What do you?
It's a terrible way to start a conversation.
What do you respond with?
Thank you.
I would say you have to say thank you in a way because.
Good. Congratulations. I really don't know how to respond. If anything else, they're helping pay my bills.
Exactly.
They know who I am.
That's what I meant. You had to say thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for that. But no, I will not go with you to Applebee's. Sorry.
To Applebee's. All right. Well, what about is there a best pickup line?
I had a guy one time. Oh, and it worked so well.
Oh yeah.
I was in a bar with my mom. My mom and I hang out a lot. We're really close.
Okay. And sorry, she's comfortable with your career?
She knows, and she laughs at it. She thinks it's the funniest damn thing she's ever seen. We're sitting in the bar having a beer, and this guy walks up, and my mom and I are hysterical. We're a few beers in, so we're laughing. We're just hysterically laughing. We're drawing caricatures of people on napkins and then laughing at the caricatures. And this guy walks up, and he started talking to my mom.
Okay.
Oh my God, you're so pretty, I can see where your daughter gets it. And he just warmed her soul.
Did he know who you were?
No, this was before.
Oh, before.
This was before.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Pet peeve. You have a pet peeve right now with people or things? Or?
Oh gosh. Close talkers and bad oral hygiene.
Okay.
And I think that combination is pretty lethal.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's a top one. I've got a bunch. I'm a Virgo, and I'm Greek and German, so I'm real high-strung most of the time. I've learned to calm it down. I learned to keep it under wraps, but...
How old were you when you first watched porn? Did you ever watch porn?
I was 23. I got into porn at 23. I had not watched it.
You never even...
I had never even masturbated till I got in the industry. I was
You're kidding.
No, I'm dead serious. I was extremely underdeveloped and undereducated in the sexual realm. There just was...
What? I mean, because was your family a very prude family?
A little prude, yeah. Not religious by any means, but a little prude and a little, there's the sex ed, but then there's the life experience, which is totally two different things. And, a lot of people in high school are like, God, I would have never expected you to.
Right.
I didn't do anything with anybody.
Did you go to, you're from what, San Jose?
San Diego.
San Diego, I'm sorry. So it wasn't a small school, it's probably a pretty big school.
It was, the smaller town that I grew up in was a smaller town.
Okay.
Smaller high school.
All right, well, so that makes this next question even more interesting. Age you broke your virginity. What year did you...
I was 18.
You were 18,
yeah.
Okay. Like prom?
No, I'm supposed to say 18 because that's...
Oh.
I was young, though.
Okay.
I actually was not that young. I wasn't we'll just say 18.
We'll leave it 18.
Yeah.
All right, best vacation spot that you've been to?
I've never been on vacation. I think that my favorite place that I've enjoyed working at the most was Costa Rica.
Okay.
The downtime there was unbelievable. It was so surreal, so tropical, and
you're a hustler. You just keep working. You don't take vacation.
I've never taken one. I
Jesus.
think that this December I may actually take some time.
So you got to have some money in the bank. You need to go relax, enjoy it.
I do, and I think that the times in between, I'm such an introvert, and I've put on this charade and everything. Ooh, Nicole Aniston, look at my boobs.
Do you hang?
But
Well,
secretly, I'm like knitting at home with cats, like making hot teas.
Oh, so do you hang out a lot with people in the industry, or you?
Not really. No.
Yeah.
I
They don't like to knit, so it's.
They don't like to knit,
Yeah.
and they don't really like that I'm home without
They want you
makeup
out.
on all the time. Yeah. And I live far away from Los Angeles, where primarily a lot of the entertainers live. So
Gotcha.
I'm not accessible to the nightlife.
Hey, that probably keeps you out of trouble though.
It saves me money.
And it saves you money. Favorite movie? You got to be watching movies at home.
Oh my gosh, I have a couple.
Yeah, give me a couple or whatever sticks out.
I love psychological thrillers. I loved Taking Lives.
Never saw that.
I loved The Cell. You ever see that one? Oh my God. What else?
Yes, you are in the psychological thrillers.
I love them. Yeah, Red Dragon was good.
Yeah. I was actually getting ready to say the Hannibal ones.
All the Hannibal. Yeah. Yeah, those are. I think that sci-fi. They're okay. The Cell was probably one of those that really just struck me visually. It's incredible.
Cool.
Really liked it.
All right. This is whoever you want to admit to, but I don't know what you're going to say here. Most famous person you've ever had sex with?
Oh Jesus. I cannot say.
Oh come on, give us a hint.
Beautiful woman. Beautiful.
Not out of the porn industry, you mean?
Out, yes.
Really?
Oh my God.
It was just you and her, or was it like part of a threesome?
It was just her and I.
Really?
And
you got to tell us more.
No, I can't.
Like movie star, singer?
Movie star.
Movie star?
Unbelievable.
Really?
That tops my bucket list.
Is she in one of your psychological thriller movies? Ever?
No.
No?
She's not. But
I am really intrigued by that one, because I did not expect that.
My bucket list is complete.
Is she blonde?
Say. I can't say.
Oh, come on. I'm blonde,
sorry,
brunette.
I can't say.
That's not going to narrow it down, is it?
Oh, she's so hot, though.
Would
probably make... I've made... When I told my mom, and she's like, what? Are you kidding me? I'm going to cry. Your dad's going to cry.
Out of jealousy, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, it was great.
If I went search on TMZ, would I get any clues? Is there anything that's ever spotted of you two?
I don't know. No, right. I don't think so.
All right.
No.
Damn. I never would have expected that one. All right, wrap it up here. Do you have any funny sex stories?
Oh my God.
Like one you can tell? Work or not work? I don't know.
I don't really have any personal sex life stories that are funny.
Yeah,
I'm the most I do.
We'll go to Costa Rica, come back. And give
Costa Rica was interesting. Costa Rica was so tropical and so great. And nothing really funny happened out there.
I just didn't know if you ever get like one night stands and like the people.
I've never had a one night stand.
No, Jesus.
I think the closest I've come is the adult industry. I think that every day is a one night stand.
Fellas, get your best pickup line. Go find her and her mother and do your best.
Right?
I mean, she is. All right. Last thing here. You familiar with the game? Like screw, marry, kill. You pick one. I'll give you 3 names.
Okay. Oh yeah.
All right. I'll give you 3 names. You're gonna screw one of them. You'll marry one of them. You'll kill one of them.
Okay.
Charlie Sheen, Howard Stern, Kanye West.
Okay. Screw Charlie Sheen.
Screw Charlie Sheen. Have you ever? Yep. Have you ever?
No.
Just
but,
for the money.
You know. Yeah. Obviously.
Okay.
And what are the other 2? Kanye West and what?
Howard Stern. So you got to marry or kill. You're gonna marry one, kill
I
one.
would say Kanye West.
Yeah, kill. Yeah.
And marry Howard Stern.
Yeah. Stability.
I've heard such great things about him as a person.
His wife's from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I've heard that she's great too.
Yeah.
But I would say that he's probably the most likely to not be, nuts.
What's that say out of the 3 of them? He's got the stability factor.
Right?
Too,
I know.
Kanye
West is.
Yeah, I didn't strike you. But then in the last few weeks we've been mixed up. Some of the girls have thrown curveballs. They've killed off Howard and they want to marry Kanye. I don't know.
I don't know. Just what is the thing about Kanye West comparing himself to God or something like that?
Yeah, well,
shortly
he just yelled at he's in Australia right now doing a tour. It was just made the tabloids. He yelled. He wanted everybody to stand up for this next song. He wouldn't do it until everybody was standing.
Okay.
And he kept yelling at this. A couple of people that were sitting, they were in wheelchairs. They had prosthetics, and people were like trying to like signal to him. And he sent his bodyguard out there to like try to make him stand up, like thinking it's a cute thing. And everybody's like screaming at him. And then he finally realized it. And like, there's a video of this on YouTube. And he goes, "Oh, they're in wheelchairs. Oh, okay, they're fine." It was like the most. It was an ass move.
Wow. Well, I am. You're
not gonna be dancing to Kanye this weekend, are you?
No, he's gonna be dead. We just did the game.
Naturally.
Yeah.
What are you dancing to at Blush? What kind is on your playlist?
I just kind of leave it up to the DJ. Every night is different. The demographic's different. Whatever they want to hear is fine.
Cool.
I don't care.
Well, I gotta say, it's been great. You've been tremendous. I wish you good luck. I'm turned on even more by you, by the fact that you're so grounded. That's actually really hot.
Thank you.
So, good stuff. All right, Nicole Aniston, follow her on Twitter, Nicole Aniston X. See her at Blush, Night Street Downtown. Follow them on Twitter, follow her on Twitter, follow us on Twitter. Subscribe to YouTube. I think I'm done whoring everything out. Trip Live Radio.